Greetings viewers, this is Monto Maverick coming to another video. Today we're going to continue the review for the Full Mechanics Gundam Aerial from Bandai. Now yes, it has been minutes since I've updated you all. I do apologize. The holiday's been busy. I hope all your holidays have been quite eventful and quite good actually this year. So I know that we still got a couple more holidays ahead of us, but I hope you all have great moments with your family, friends, and loved ones. So let's continue on with the holiday definition of giving, and I'm going to give the continuation for the review for this kit. Now, for those who are not familiar with my channel, this is the second video in terms of the series. The second video, I give full description and review of each individual piece from said kit that I'm building. The first video was just a little background of the model kit, or really just more so the mobile suit that's associated with the model kit, whether it be from the anime, manga, or the mobile suit itself, the pilot, so on and so forth. And as I stated before, second video, full description, full review of each individual part, and the third and final video, I assembled the kit and gave my final thoughts on whether this is a kit worth getting with the good, the bad, and everything else in between. So with that being said, let's continue on with this review by going over each individual part. Let's start off with the leg, and so far I'm kind of pleased the way how the leg looks. But I'm kind of a bit slightly disappointed. I wish there was more detail, but with the details that is here, not too bad. Not too bad at all. I do like how this is a little bit different. The thighs for this kit are a little bit thicker than I will say other kits. That's one thing that people who have built this kit specifically, that this one is thick. But other than that though, aside from that, it actually looks pretty neat. I do like whenever they have certain kits with certain mobile suits to have a slight difference than your standard Gundam. So I'm glad this is one of those cases. But still has the typical white color. Do some paint lining here on the sides, a little bit up front, and here too. Same thing on the other side. Of course, each feet has their shade of red here, so that's not too different. A little bit of difference here, in the yellow in the back and the front there with the knee. And this here clear translucent, and underneath there is a red metallic, very detailed looking piece. I kind of wish it was a little bit better with the translucent. I'm going to do a little bit so I hope you all can see that. There's some detail there. I know you can get a third-party LED kit where you can, or LED accessory they can put in this kit. And I've seen people actually put the LEDs right where this red metallic piece is here. So now for articulation, there is a knee bend, and actually pretty nice. I was really happy with that, actually. Almost a good 180. So that's really nice. I'm really happy about that. And aside from the knee, the feet here, a slight swivel back and forth. The toes can go up. And unfortunately, it can only go yay forward, just a little bit. But definitely you can do some nice poses with this. Well, if the kit is attached, maybe you have better balance, but I'm sure you get what I was trying to put down. And of course, this piece here, and of course it will look a lot better once it's attached to the waist, but yeah, so far so good. And here's the waist. And I was kind of slightly disappointed. Many waists that I've built with previous kits have better side skirts and front skirts and back skirts. This one just have these two. And that's about it. And these side skirts can move slightly. But other than that, that's about it. So a little bit disappointed, but it's still not bad. Like I said, I'm kind of glad this kit just is a little bit different compared to the norm, so to speak. But yeah, I do like it regardless. So it has the standard white, red, and of course the gray for the inner frame. In terms of slight articulation, this piece can go forward and back. It's mainly used whenever the torso is attached. The front skirts can move forward, like so. And they're individual, so they're not on one certain piece. The side skirts can move a little bit, not by much. There's nothing on the back here. Like I said, no back skirts. You do have this feature here that you can actually move these pieces, and both of them, I believe they're on the same piece. Yes, they are. So kind of hoping that each one of these would be individual, but no. This is just one piece that can move forward and backward, so you can position the legs how you wish. I believe there is a click. Let me see the other way. There we go. Another feature is you can remove this piece on the bottom, and that would be an attachment for an action base. So I'm glad they have a little feature there that doesn't like really stand out. You can actually hide it like so, and put that piece back on. That's it for the waist. Next up are the arms. And the arms are actually pretty nice, especially for the shoulders here. I know I tend to have the shoulders attached properly, but this one actually is properly attached to the arm. Whereas many times the shoulders is just like slit in whenever you attach the arms to the torso, but this one is actually attached, so I'm kind of happy with that. But it's pretty nice nonetheless. As it actually has a really nice feature. So you could move forward like that, but I can tell just a 90-degree bend, but you can move the forearm like so, and you can actually have a much better bend. So that's pretty nice there. And it's only moving this way because right there, and the same thing with the yellow arm, this is where you attach the shield, and I will show you the shield momentarily. But aside from that though, there is slight detail, not a whole much compared to the legs. I'm mainly just paint a line right where the elbow is at. That's about it. But yeah, but also here, you still have the same translucent pieces, just like in the legs. So that's kind of a nice feature there. Yeah, that's in terms of detail. In terms of articulation, I will show you the elbow bend. The wrist on the ball joint, so that can go all around. The thumb can move. The shoulder can move freely, like so. The entire arm can move 360 degrees. The forearm can move 360 degrees. This piece can also move up and down, like so. And just like every other kit, there are different types of fingers you can use, or manipulators. So you can take this off. You have this, where it's basically an open hand, like so. And also you have, let me see if I can find the proper one. There's this one. And right here, that can be used to hold the rifle or the beam saber. There we go. But yeah, that's about it for the arms. Next up is the torso, and this is probably my favorite part of the kit so far, because there's a lot of detail, a lot of things happening in the torso. Just like the legs and the arms, you have those red translucent pieces here up front. So some nice detail. I'm kind of surprised I actually didn't put any panel lining here, right on the collarbone, the torso. But it's okay, I can definitely touch base on that quickly. But there's a lot of colors going on here. You have the white, you have the yellow, which is standard. The blue is actually not the same shade as regular model kits for Gunpla. This shade of blue, I would say it's a different tint. I want to say it's darker or lighter for that matter. It's just a different shade entirely. But still though, I kind of like it. It makes this kit different, makes it stand out properly. So I am happy with that. And if you look here, the backpack, you have another point here that you can attach the shield. You have more of that translucent piece, just like the front and the legs and the arms. You have the beam sabers here, and I did add some paint lining to the base, not the base of it, but the where the beam saber is going to be attached to. And these can move freely, just forward or backward. Speaking of which, in terms of articulation, that's about it, honestly. These, of course, are for the arms, and naturally they're going to show a lot more movement once they're attached. The neck can move forward and back. This kit doesn't have a cockpit, actually, which a little bit of a disappointment. Can't really move this any way I can. Yeah, I can try to move this up, but that's about it. I can't really, yeah, can really open this. And a little bit of a bummer, but it's kind of right. I know this is a full mechanics version, but I know some high grades don't even have cockpits. Even some real grades don't even have cockpits either, so it's okay. I think that's more of a master grade or perfect grade feature. But yeah, like I said, I really do like the way how this is sculpted, and the different colors and detail are pretty nice. Oh, one thing I do want to show is, well, since the beam sabers are here, you can easily detach one. And of course attach the beam saber effect, like so. So nothing too crazy about it, but I do like the fact that the beam saber color is blue, only because many of other colors I've seen have been pink, maybe some red, so really standard, so I'm kind of happy that this is a different color. Yeah, that's about it. Next up is the head. And just like if I've been saying this so far in this entire review, is that all the pieces here are just a little bit different compared to the standard mobile suit, which I'm very thankful for. Even the head sculpt is different. Like, you don't even see the standard mouth that many mobile suits have. So I'm kind of glad this stands out. Even the eyes are different too, which is something that, again, this is one thing that I'm happy that stands out. And more of that translucent piece right there on top of the head. Not too much things I can do for paint linings, but I just did the tips here. That's about it. But other than that, it's pretty nice. Has a nice profile to it. Nice front, back, standard. Nothing really stands out there, but still, nonetheless, it's pretty nice all around. Even like simple feature, simple detail. You know, you have the Vulcan cannons on top of the head. You have these yellow details on the side of each cheek. Even the V-fin is a little bit different too, so I like it. I would say this definitely does stand out, if you ask me. Okay, next up is a beam rifle. And the beam rifle has some different different accessories attached to it, aside from this effect part here. I will add that nothing really changed with the beam rifle. I would say this is probably my least favorite part of this figure. There's not too many different shades of color. There's no piece that attached to the hands. Nothing. There's no much detail to it. So a lot of this is a little bit disappointing. I was hoping. I know that this is similar to a high grade, but I was hoping it would just be a slight step up of a high grade. So I was kind of hoping there'd be more to it. But yeah, so far that's about it. This effect piece can be removed just like that, and you can actually attach some pieces of the shield right here, and I will show that. I probably will show that in the next video, where I can show everyone exactly how the shield can be detached and be put on certain parts of the body. So I'll save that for next video. But aside from that, though, there are some attachment pieces. This one here can go on the thigh. So right here, place it right there. Pretty nice. Take that off. But yeah, like I said, kind of disappointed. I was hoping it'd be a little bit more. I think this might be able to detach. Yeah, I was right. So this can go on either side of the beam rifle. So you can put on either leg or whichever there is a placement for this to be held on the kit. But yeah, that's about it for the beam rifle. And lastly is the shield, and this is probably the main thing about this kit. Because if for those who have not seen Witch of Mercury, Mobile Suit Gundam, the shield can actually be detached and be placed on various parts of Aerial. So that's the one thing that this kit has, that little feature. It's pretty nice. I would definitely show more. Will attach in the third video, but to show you, this can actually open like so. I don't know if this can swivel or not, or this just... Okay, these actually come out. Yep, I actually... Well, that's supposed to be taken off anyway, but... But aside from that, though, it has some, I think, some good detail. Not the whole lot of detail. A little bit disappointed about that, but I'll say good enough for what the shield can do. The main thing about the shield, like I said, can be detached and be put on various parts of on Aerial's body. So I'm happy with that. I even did some paint lining here and there. So it's a tiny bit, but there's some detail there. And the things about this sheet that can be detached is these pieces here. And I know I mentioned that I would put on being mindful, but in the next video, but one that I'll do now. I didn't realize just how easy that was able to come off. But this can, I believe it can just slide. Oh, there we go. There we go. This one on the top, and there we go. So there's one accessory you can do. Unfortunately, you can either have these two or the effect part. You can't do both. That's one little downside to it. But I guess it's okay. I don't know if this is really needed. I kind of like the effect part better. But yeah, like I said, all these can be detached and be put on various parts of Aerial's body. And I'll do more of that in the next video. That much I will promise about. But aside from that, though, it's still kind of nice. This is a attachment point they can put on the back or on one of the arms. So I'll say that's pretty nice too. But yeah, definitely looking forward to see how this is all put together. Definitely looking forward to see how this is all put together and fully assembled. But that'll be it for the next video. So I hope that you all am quite patient with me. I do apologize again for the late review, but like I said, holidays tend to be a little bit busy. Again, I hope all your holidays has been well and less drama. I know there's been stories, so on and so forth. I'm sure some of you have read the internet and know there's a few stories about some of the holidays. So I hope all of you are drama-free, and I wish you all grand, happy holidays with all your friends, family, and loved ones. But with that being said, thank you all for watching. I'll be sure to upload the next video very shortly, so that way there won't be too much of a big wait, because I do have for some kits that has been in my backlog for quite some time, and some of them I've been wanting to build for quite some time and show all of you too. So definitely we need to hit the fast forward button a little bit on that. But be sure to like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell for more video updates. Comment down below if you have any questions, comments, and I'll be sure to answer them as best I can. There are two videos here. One is the most recent, which is the unboxing of the Full Metal now, Full Mechanics, yeah, Full Metal Alchemist, Gundam Aerial, and one for your one that you just picked up for your viewing pleasure. I have two social links down below. I have a Reddit account and an Instagram, so be sure to click those links and follow me there. Again, thank you all for watching. Until next time, keep on building.